Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Elder Scrolls V Skyrim's Special Edition. My name's Camel, and today we have a guide for an actually rather unique yet practical weapon, something that's bloody rare. And that would be the Steel Battleaxe of Fiery Souls, an item that I was not familiar with, nor did I know the full potential of. Now be sure to check out my social medias, links to them can be found down in the description, and down there is also a timestamp that will take you straight to the overview of the weapon if you so wish to use it. Now, luckily for us, there is no level requirement to get this weapon, so you can come here at any level and get your hands gripped firmly around this long axe. So what we'll need to do is firstly make our way into the back end of the Pale, nestled in the hills just to the north of the Night Gate Inn, which you'll be familiar with if you've seen my video about Fulltime secretly being a Blades member in hiding. But if not, no problem, because planted secretly in the foothills, we will actually begin to see Nordic ruins. This is Ironbind Barrow. On the map, it can be found here situated in the middle of nowhere. As we approach the entrance, we will encounter two adventurers chatting.
How can you just sit here and wait? We should be in there.
We must gather our strength. Who knows what's inside?
Treasure, that's what. Get off your scaly rump and let's go.
Hush, Salma. We aren't alone.
Did I hear treasure? Anyway, this is beem-ja and Salma. Let's find out what's going on here. So, what do you have to say, Scaly Rump?
I grow tired of debating this. If Miss Salma insists on this folly, so be it. I admit there is strength in numbers. Perhaps between us.
Alrighty then, he seems to not be remotely interested. Let's talk to Salma. Ooh, hello.
Ugh, we should be inside loading up on treasure. Worry Scales here thinks we should wait though. Don't get any ideas either. We were here first. I don't care what Beam says. It's high time we get in there and find our fortune.
Fortune? What do you expect to find in there, a wheel?
Gold? Silver? Gems maybe? Only one way to find out.
Did you say gold? Alright, I'm heading in.
Not without us you aren't. I'm sure there's enough for everyone after all. Come on, beem-ja. We're going. You can't shake us off that easily. Let's see what's here.
So head on in with them. Now inside this cave is a whole lot of enemies. Classic cliche cave, I know. Spiders and Draga mainly. Luckily for us though, beem-ja and Salma will run ahead. They will stop at a few checkpoints, but as they charge through, they will slay all of the enemies in the way. Again, luckily, during this clearing stage of the dungeon, beem-ja and Salma have both been scripted as essential and can not die. So you, quite literally, don't have to do any work if you don't want to. You can actually clear the entire dungeon just with these two, and you won't have to unsheath your weapon once. At least that's what we think at this stage. I'm looking at you, Scaly Rump. beem-ja is also a savage with his lightning making quick work of ancient undead foes.
This is it. We found Gathric's tomb.
Gathric's tomb? No way! Never heard of it in my life.
Well, there must be a way through. Look around.
Ah yes, as we can see there is a gate blocking our path through this here darn dungeon. We must find a way to open it. Ah, but don't worry cause Salma is on the case. Yes, that's definitely the ancient Nord puzzle solution for opening locked gates. Dancing around like you need to pee while rubbing a wall. Works every time. Anyway, to the left of the locked gate there is this small window. Through the small window is a lever we need to activate to raise the gate.
This place is sure to make us rich. That's done it! Let's get in there.
Once you do so, continue through with beem-ja and Salma as they topple the legions of undead before us.
Would you
rush
look
ahead.
at that?
This is a trap if I ever saw one.
An ancient trap. Maybe Salma can handle this one with her wiggle. I jest. As we can see, there is a helmet on this pressure plate, disguised as a plinth. However, we must remove the helmet from the plinth or pressure plate to open the gate. Just be sure to stand back when you do or will be made into a pincushion. Once it is open, head on up the stairs.
This is it. Gathric awaits us.
What are you on about? Let's just get the treasure here and go.
Now just a warning, this fight might be a tough one as we'll be fighting Warlord Gathric.
We're in this together. Stay close.
Well, that's reassuring. Time's up. Let's do this. Anyway, as we enter, a fight will ensue, and as soon as Warlord Gathric is defeated, will suffer Sax-Halil subterfuge.
Lucky for you, that was just sitting there for the taking.
Fool. I should thank you. I knew the girl wouldn't be strong enough to help me kill Gathric alone. There's just one more thing I need from you. To fully absorb Gathric's power, I require a blood sacrifice. Your blood should be good enough. This will go easier for us both if you don't bother fighting back.
You little slippery skink.
Beem-ja!
Salma was forced to slay her friend.
Father never trusted Beem. I always thought he was just being overprotective.
Well, at least you can now go in and get your treasure, riches and all that, you know, what you came here for.
Look, I never needed treasure. My father owns land, our family is wealthy. I just wanted adventure. Not this. Go on without me. I think I need to be alone for a while.
Look, there's no point in crying over spilled hist. What will you do now?
I don't know. Beem-ja has looked after me since I was knee-high to him. I need to rest, and then I think I'm going back to High Rock. Go on without me. I think I need to be alone for a while.
Now, it's actually interesting that Salma mentions her father never trusted Beem-ja, as on his corpse there's, you know, a whole bunch of interesting and valuable items, but most curious of all is this letter to Beem-ja. Beem-ja, keep my daughter safe and you'll earn both your freedom and that damned book you want so badly. But by the divines, if any harm comes to her, I'll make sure everyone I do business with will hear about what you did in Blackmarsh. Holy shit! What did he do in Blackmarsh? Is he some kind of psycho necromancer? Also, what's the book he wanted? I do really wish there was more info to go off here, which sadly there isn't. Nonetheless, it's interesting. Very interesting. Beem-ja was up to something dank as fungus. Sadly, Salma was just an innocent girl who had no idea of this Argonian's dark past and plans. A sad tale indeed. Now, despite looting all of the corpses and chests in this dungeon, you won't actually find the steel Battleaxe of Fiery Souls. So where is it? Well, it can actually be found hanging on the back of the throne in front of the word wall in the final chamber of Ironbind Barrow, where Warlord Gathric sat. So be sure to grab that boy before leaving this hell pit. Now that we have it, let's check it out. The Steel Battleaxe of Fiery Souls. It's got a base damage of 18, it's got a swing speed of 0.7 swings per second. This leaves us with a base DPS of 12.6, it's got a reach of 1.3, a weight of 21, a value of 320. It can be upgraded with a steel ingot. However, this requires you to have the Arcane Blacksmith perk. And luckily, the Steel Battleaxe of Fiery Souls benefits from the Steel Smithing perk, meaning that it can be upgraded all the way to Legendary without the assistance of smithing fortification effects. And finally, its enchantment. If the target dies within 5 seconds, it fills a soul gem. It also deals 10 points of fire damage, and targets on fire take extra damage. Now, this is actually a unique enchantment that we'll fully discuss in a minute. For now, let's talk about the practicality of the Steel Battleaxe of Fiery Souls at face value. You walk into this dungeon and grab it. How useful will this thing be? I would actually say that it's rather useful. Soul trapping and filling soul gems is a vital component in most playthroughs, so having a weapon that applies a soul trap effect but also deals fire damage with the same enchantment, accompanied by the physical damage of the weapon, well hey, that's pretty good. Pretty damn good, in fact. Few items in the game are as useful as that. The enchantment damage might not be amazing, and the weapon's damage might not be amazing either, but the application and practicality of the Steel Battleaxe of Fiery Souls is top shelf. The fire damage also benefits from the destruction perk Augmented Flames, so if you max it out, the enchantment will do 15 points of fire damage, making the weapon even better. It can also be acquired at any level, so early on, this thing is almost unmatched, provided of course you wish to use a two-handed weapon. Now we can actually get more out of it, however, this will require a supreme sacrifice. Take your firstborn child, wait until the winter solstice, Got him. Okay, so we can actually disenchant the steel Battleaxe of Fiery Souls and learn its unique enchantment, which is called Fiery Soul Trap. And even more amazingly, this Fiery Soul Trap enchantment only counts as a singular enchantment, so it deals both the fire damage and the Soul Trap effect, yet only uses one enchantment slot. So if your enchanting is maxed out and you have the Twin Souls perk, you can apply this Fiery Soul Trap to a weapon along with another enchantment of your choice, ending up with a triple effect weapon. So that really is something special, and again almost unprecedentedly practical. So the original downside of having a low base damage on the weapon and a low fire damage can be completely thrown out the window, as you can disenchant it and then slap this enchantment onto whatever weapon you want, and slap on with it whatever other enchantment you want. That is something special. So add this axe to your collection, or ethereally dismantle its essence into a fragmented learning, teaching you the unique enchantment Fiery Soul Trap, giving you the power to do as you will. Also, something to note, Warlord Gathric carried black soul gems on his person, and of course this weapon captures souls. And beem-ja wanted to harness Gathric's power for himself, so we can at least conclude that beem-ja was into black magic and necromancy. What he did in Black Marsh though, hopefully we'll find out in a later Elder Scrolls game. But for now, here it is in action, the steel Battleaxe of Burning Feet. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, I've been Camel, and this has been my guide for the unique two-handed axe, the Steel Battleaxe of Fiery Souls. I do hope this video helped you out, and if it did, you'll be very interested in checking out the other Skyrim Special Edition guides that I've already done. The links to them can be found down in the description. Now down there in the old description, you can also find links to my social medias. Be sure to follow me on Twitter, and if you'd like to support the channel in a more personal way, you can become a heroic patron on, of course, Patreon. As I'm sure you know, all of my time and energy goes into making these videos I create for you to enjoy, so your support is most appreciated and welcomed in any and all forms. So thank you very much for watching, thank you for supporting the channel, and I will see you very shortly in the next video. I'll see you there soon.